Okay, here is another problem. Given a lengthy list of words from your input file, output the top 5 popular words with the number of occurrences. So we are tracking how many times each word is going to appear. Each word is appearing in this input list. So we are assuming it's a really lengthy list, it's an input file with lots of words, and so obviously we are expecting a lot of words to repeat, right? So one approach, right? So how can we do this? One approach is to read all the words, right? Read all the words, sort them, and then count them, right? So if you read all the words into array and sort them and count them, and so that now you have each word's count, and in essence you may have to sort the words based on count again, right? Count again and find the top 5 or top n words, right? That's one approach. One problem with this approach is basically you don't know how many words are in this, right? So and if a lot of words do repeat, this is kind of overkill, okay? Because it's going to use a really large array and you have to sort the really large array too, okay? So let's see whether a little bit simpler approach is to kind of read one at a time and keep track of it. Approach number 2, read one word at a time. Of course, there also we are reading one word at a time. Just read one word, right? And then you have basically check whether the word is already in a list, right? Check already whether it's a new word or it's an existing word, right? So we are going to have array to keep track of unique words, okay? So here the first approach we used just loaded up everything, and we simply had the huge array, then we played with that, right? So here let's use an array. Let's use an array to keep track of unique words, right? So initially the unique words is nothing, basically nothing, we haven't read anything. Read one word, check whether that word is already in the list, right? If so, increment count for it, right? So we need an array and we need a parallel array, right? Parallel array for count, for number of occurrences. Okay, increment the count for it, right? Else add the new word to list, right? New list word to the array. So that's all we have to do. So then you finish the loop, end of loop, right? End of loop. Then sort the there are a few things you can do. You can either sort the array, sort the words based on number of occurrences, right? So based on that, or since you are interested only in top 5, we can also do some shortcut. You can try to find the maximum one, maximum occurrence, and after grabbing that you can try to find the next one, so on. So that's another one. If you do that, then you don't really need to do the sorting. Okay, so those are the and find output top five top five words with occurrences, right? And or simply if search the array 5 times and find the top word, right? Find the top word, most occurring word, word with top count, then kind of remove it or make it 0, right? Make the count as 0 and repeat that search, then output it and make count as 0. Okay, count as 0. So then repeat the search the array and find the word with the top count and output it and make count 0. Search the array 4 more times and do the same. Okay, so this is another, because we know that you are outputting only 5 times, you don't need the full list. See, so these are 2 approaches. So I've just code a few things, so this one I will code and show, and let's see, I will probably show this one, so because I think I'll leave you this one. You can try to do this if you want. So I'll do this portion. Okay, so let's go to the coding. So I kind of downloaded a new story, so that will be the used as a data news.txt. Okay, so now let's go to the program. I have stream input news.txt, right? So while input word, we are just checking, let's do the minimal thing, and the outer word, let's say whether this one works first. Okay, it's happening. Okay, let me do this. Just want to make sure we can read the words properly. Okay, very good. So there is some strange words there, but that's okay. We are more interested in the actual words. Okay, so let's ignore that. So while we are able to read the words, we really want to check and add, right? So we want to insert the word, right? So what's our plan? Check first, add if not present. Okay, so then instead of this, we are just going to do insert word. Okay, very good. So now we need a couple of arrays, right? So the count array and the int counts. We have to assume the maximum number of words, right? Maximum number of words, or we have to dynamically expand this both arrays as needed. Okay, so we are going to keep it simple this time. So we are going to assume 10,000 words, for example, let's say, and we are going to have the actual count, actual number of let's call this instances, count, will this count work? I don't know, we'll see. Actual count of the variables, the words. So let's do this next. Okay, just compiling, making sure everything is okay. Very good. So now let's see how to do this. I equal to 0. You can do a for loop, really. Yeah, just do a for loop, direct for loop. I equal to 0, I is less than count, I plus plus, right? Very, very simple here. At least we are doing very simplistic manner. If word equal to words of, you want to change this to something else, input word, or okay, and maybe here also we can change it to data. Okay, so input equal to words of I. If it does match, then we are just going to do the instance count plus plus, right? And we did that and return, right? We are done basically. So okay, so if we do find the word, we just go ahead and increment it instance and return. If not words of count equal to input and array instances of count equal to 1 and count plus plus. Okay, if you are very concerned about whether count is going to go over the max, we can do this. It's kind of a little bit safety in programming in a sense. So if we do go beyond our max, we can say it's not necessary. I'm just showing, I'm using this opportunity as the kind of showing one way to handle such unexpected scenarios. Too many words, too many unique words in input file, right? So what do we want to do? Do we want to bail out? Really, that's another choice. You can either output it and bail out completely, or you have to just continue with continue as it is. Of course, our result may not be correct. That's the only danger with that. Okay, so anyway, we can, if you do want to get out of here, you can just put the brackets here and do exit, right? Exit of 1 or something like that. Okay, so now our count should be, let's see, return statement with no value. We don't need anything, any return value. So very good. So we are able to read, hopefully we are able to have the values. Okay, let's go ahead and print this stuff here. For int I equal to 0, I less than count, I plus plus, words and instances, cout, words of I, space, instances of I. Okay, so a lot of words with 1, and I see a 3 there, 2. Very good. So at least seem to be happening. 14, 16. Very good. Okay. I mean, you have to do clean up the input and all that to make it more perfect, but that's not our goal here. Okay, so very good. So we just check first and increment if present, add to array if not present, right? Otherwise. So very good. So now we are ready to do the find the max, right? Okay, so now we have to find the top count, right? Top count. And do we want to do this in a function as well? We can return a top count. We are going to return the count. We are going to return the word as well, right? So okay, so we can assume the first one is the best one, top index equal to 0, and do we need to do that? Corresponding count, top count will be equal to, what is the array name? The instances of 0, basically, right? So we are assuming the first one is the best one. Okay, now we will start the comparison. For I equal to 1, I less than count, I plus plus, if instances of I is bigger than top count, equal to top index. Also we need to keep track of top index so that we can return the word, right? Or you can directly update the word too. That's actually another way. So here, see, top count instances of 0 and word equal to, what do we say? Words, right? So words of 0 initially. Okay, initially we assume the 0 is the winner, and then word, as we progress we keep updating. Okay, so we keep updating top count as we see the better count, and corresponding word we are updating, and the end we are returning top count. And the word is since we passed in by reference, word is automatically updated and is returned back, right? So very good. So now all we have to do is 5 times, right? See out and find top. We are going to return the you need a word too. Okay, and I don't know that this will really work because you are returning a word, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I have my reservations, but let's see how it works. There are multiple issues, I think. Let's see. So 47 times the word there occurred. Okay, okay. So then we don't obviously if you find the best one again and again, it's going to return the same thing, right? So we have a problem. Remember we were talking about resetting that index, resetting that top count. The find top currently finds the best one, but there is no way to kind of suppress what is the best one, right? Because we have to suppress it to find the next best one, right? So to suppress that, here towards the end, we need to set that count to 0, right? So the number instances, we need to set that 0 so that next time it won't appear. But for that we need the top index. So I know we did all this hard work, and I even had top index, but now we're kind of going back to the previous mechanism. So we can do this one here. Words, you can just do it in one place now. You don't need to do it in multiple places. Top index. Okay, so now we have the top index as well. So now at this point, instances of top index equal to, we are resetting to 0. Okay, we found the top one, the most occurring one. Then after returning that value, returning the count, returning the number of instances and the corresponding word, we want to reset to 0, so that when you invoke this method again, function again, we'll find the next best one, right? Let's go ahead and run it. Okay, so not so surprisingly, you have all these words, the, or, be, all these things are occurring most number of times. Okay, so so you can see, there is always several ways to do it. This is just one way. People even may not like this approach, because we are kind of changing the instances just to fit our needs, right? So okay, so that's probably the simplest brute force mechanism. We simply kept adding to the array in the insert. If the word is not there already, if it was already there, we simply increment the instances. So once we have this two parallel arrays, one with the words and one with the actual counts instances, then we use this find top method function to return the actual number of occurrences and the corresponding word. We both will return. So in the process, we also reset that instances is to 0 for that top word, so that we can invoke it again and again and find the next best one, so on. Okay, so there are a lot of enhancements you can make to this. This insert itself, we can insert based on doing some binary search. We try to find the words. You can keep it in sorted order, and we can insert it in the right place. That way the insert need not go through the whole array. You can do a binary search to insert. So you can think about how to use the binary search and do this stuff. Okay, I will leave that to you guys. Okay.